Okay, hi. Yeah, welcome to the RPA Power Automate Desktop training. So I'm aware that you guys are from RPA background, but still I wanted to have some pulse about you. I'm submitting a poll. Just see if you are able to see it in the poll section. It's under the chat. Click the chat button.
Yes, I can see.
Yes.
Okay. Just submit your answer. Done submitting?
Yes, it's done. Yes.
Yes.
Why ain't I able to see the answers? Probably even I have to submit the answer. Okay, now I can see the answer after I myself have submitted it. Okay, so have worked on at least one RPA tool, all three of us. Okay, that's good. Secondly, the question is worked on which RPA tool? Are you able to see the second poll?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Again.
So we have BP finished submitting. Should I check the answers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, UI path, BP. Okay, pad is one person. Okay, and that's myself. And one last question related to RPA itself. Okay, since you guys haven't worked on pad, I don't think so that's applicable. So it was about how many flows or bots have you built in pad? Anything did you do it for yourself, like self-exploration, or just check the new poll that I've submitted?
Mm,
Done.
Okay, that's good. So now I understand, like two people, not from any pad background, haven't built anything, and I can conduct the session that way then. Great. I'll open up the PowerPoint session on my side, and my screen is not yet on sharing, right?
No, we cannot see it here.
no.
Just let me know if a PowerPoint slide is up for y'all.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, among the 11 modules that I mentioned in the orientation session, we are beginning with the first module, that is introducing RPA and Power Automate Desktop. I'll be calling it as PAD throughout the session. The topics we are going to go through in this session are firstly, what is RPA? It's generally useful for non-RPA background folks, but could be helpful for you too. Where RPA is used, why it is used, and how RPA is used. Since you're learning a totally new tool, you need to know its evolution, where it came from, how it evolved, and its current state in comparison with other RPA tools. We are going to understand the bigger umbrella, that is the bigger picture of the Microsoft Power Platform under which Power Automate Desktop falls into, and where is PAD's place into the platform. The different terminologies and misinterpretations and misconceptions used between various concepts among Power Automate that I'll explain. Then the different applications and services used along with Power Automate Desktop. So to begin with, what exactly is RPA? It's a name of a technology that stands for robotic process automation. And this technology is used to automate anything that is repetitive or rule based in nature. And those tasks are performed by humans on a day-to-day basis on their machines or computers. So so two concepts that we saw over here are repetitive and rule based. So anything that is repetitive meaning something that is done over and over, and something that is rule based meaning it follows a particular set of rules or a predefined sequence of instructions. Now quickly we are jumping on to a demo of RPA to see how RPA can make a difference in our manual activities. Now, how many of you are aware of RPA challenge? You can answer me verbally.
Yes, yes,
You're
I
aware?
have done one.
Okay,
Only one.
completed it using Blue Prism.
Yes, Blue Prism.
Any
Yes.
other tool? No. Okay.
No.
Okay, good. So we'll start the process using Power Automate Desktop just to give an idea. Before that, what happens in this is we'll look at that at first. What happens in this challenge, and so you'll be able to relate. Specifically useful for non-RPA folks. So there's a website called as rpachallenge.com, and the look and feel of the website is such as this, where you see certain fields. There are about 7 fields and a submit button. So what a human has to do as a day-to-day activity is first click on this button, download the Excel, and the Excel would look something like this. Okay. So the same fields that are present in this Excel are also present on the web page. What a user has to do is take each field from this Excel, for example, the first name, John, and copy it into its corresponding field after identifying the field. So the first name is likewise, he or she has to identify each and every other field and write it down over here manually and click the submit button. And like this, there are 10 different forms. So this is one form comprising of 7 fields. So when I click submit, if you see, the position of the fields have changed. Now the first name is at a different position, and the user then has to go to the Excel, take the first name from the second row and identify where the first name is and then place it over here. Likewise, do it same thing for the other 7 fields. Now this challenge, what this challenge does is once you click on start, 10 different rounds of these forms start. For example, this is round 1. I enter the fields, submit it, again click on submit, then round 2 will start, round 3, and likewise 10 rounds. If 10 rounds are there and 7 fields are there, that means 10 into 7, that is 70 fields will be there that the human has to enter. Now, what all activities are done here? Launch the browser window, download Excel, fetch each record from Excel, enter into the web page, into the correct fields, click on submit, and do this for 10 records or 10 forms. Now, according to you, for a human, how much time would it take to perform these activities? Can I hear it from you? Manually, when this is done by a human.
Maybe at least 2 to 3 minutes
5 minutes.
for one record.
2 to 3 minutes for one record. If we say
One
two
record.
minutes, if we say 2 minutes,
Yeah, 2 minutes.
then 2 into 10, 20 minutes. Okay.
Correct.
Any other answer? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Similar, like
Similar answer.
comparatively.
Okay. Now let's see the difference when we automate this. I'll close the web page, close the Excel file so that we can run it through the bot as a sample. So I've clicked on play from here. This is done by the bot. Okay. Just downloaded the Excel, fetched the records. Okay, good. So it has identified each of the field and it's inserting the values. Now you can see on the bottom left hand corner round 2 and round 3 is going on. Okay, so this message indicates that all the fields were entered correctly because it has a success rate of 100%. Even if one name was incorrectly entered in a incorrect box, then it wouldn't have given a success rate of 100% and all 70 out of 70 fields were inserted. So this milliseconds comes out to about 31 seconds. So you can imagine we calculated about 15 to 20 minutes manually and the same task is done by RPA using 31 seconds. Right now, I'm sure I have multiple resources are open on my machine, the recorder and the meeting in window itself because I've completed this in about 5 to 7 seconds also. So that is what I wanted to showcase using RPA. We'll go back to our slides. That's the difference. So speed as well as accuracy both were seen over here. So where is this used? Based on what we just saw, we can use it for data entry purposes, for generating reports, for processing any transactions, could be financial transaction or any other transaction, invoice processing, filling up of forms just like the ones we saw, processing of claims, employee onboarding by HR, inventory management, IT related support tasks, any order processing, payroll management, validation of data, extracting it, manipulating it, and formatting it, and so forth. In short, we can use RPA to perform the crude operations of create, read, update, and delete. And talking about the various industries and business areas it's used, it could be used in customer service and support because it can be used for performing IT support tasks, finance and accounting, healthcare life science domain, supply chain logistics, insurance, human resources, and much, much more. In short, it can be used anywhere and everywhere. I would put it that way. Now, why we need to use RPA? As seen in the demo, it could be used to improve the productivity by increasing the operational speed of the any day-to-day operations done by a human is increased because of a bot, because of an automation. Obviously, because it's an automation that is doing this, reduction in human errors is there. Then those humans working on these mundane day-to-day activities can be freed up and they can focus on more value-added tasks. Of course, it will increase the efficiency by reducing the processing time as we saw, as that is 31 seconds as compared to 20 minutes that we thought of. So this is about speed, whereas this is about time. Since it's not a human but a machine or a bot working 24 by 7 is possible. And obviously time is saved means costs are saved and resource costs are saved. They can be put up to more value added activities. Now, how is this automation done? This is done with the help of software robots, also known as bots. They are not hardware robots. Different terminologies used are digital workers or robotic agents, virtual workforce, digital workforce, and so on. So these software robots, they can interact with various digital systems or applications just like the way we saw a web application, an Excel application, databases, just like the way a human can do, and they can perform their task as we have designed in the automation. This is called as the automation piece of it. So any automation that can be performed on manual process with the help of robots is called as robotic process automation. Now we have seen the definition of RPA. Let's look into some major leading RPA tools. Automation Anywhere is one of them. Shared Service and Center Blue Prism is second one, not in that order. UiPath and Power Automate Desktop, that is going to be subject of our course. Let's learn about its evolution and current state. How Power Automate Desktop evolved. In the year 2020, Microsoft acquired a company called as Softomotive, which already had Win Automation as one of its RPA tool, a robotic desktop automation tool, and Process Robot as an enterprise RPA platform. So Microsoft acquired this company, and then on top of it, it built the Power Automate desktop tool. If we speak of its current state, there are several market research analysts that perform the analysis of the RPA tools. One of them is Gartner. It's a famous one, and they have named Microsoft as a leader and positioned farthest in the completeness of vision as per last year's Magic Quadrant from Gartner. The second market research analyst is Everest. They have their own peak matrix for RPA tools, and we'll see both of these. So this is the Gartner's Magic Quadrant. The place you need to look at is the leaders quadrant over here. You can see Microsoft is placed over here. The x-axis is the completeness of vision part, and as compared to other tools, we can say it is still evolving. Even though it is evolving, it has still made up itself into the leaders quadrant. Speaking of the Everest peak matrix, the place to look at is here, leaders section, along with other tools. Again, Microsoft is placed over here in the leaders section. So you can imagine the vast amount of updates that the Microsoft is doing for the Power Automate desktop tool since 2020. When I started, I worked on the version 2.x, which was a single digit. Now the latest version in the market is 2.53. So you can imagine the aggressive updates they are making to the tool, and also it's evident from these two market research analysts. Now, speaking about the bigger umbrella or the bigger picture that I have been always saying, Microsoft Power Platform. This is the shortened version of the Microsoft Power Platform. The platform consists of these 5 different tools and these 3 components. The first tool in the Power Platform is Power BI. Power BI needs no introduction. It's again Gartner's have been named Power BI in the leader section for 16 consecutive years now. It's one among the business intelligence tool used for dashboarding, analysis, reporting, and so forth. The second tool in the Power Platform is Power Apps, used for application development. You can create front-facing apps for backend sources, backend data sources. Multiple types of data sources are supported. For those, you can create front-facing forms which will have text boxes, labels, buttons, links, camera control, and many other things. The third tool is the Power Automate, and the fourth one is Power Pages, where we can create external or front-facing websites. And the last tool is Copilot Studio. We can create AI-powered copilots. Now they are called as agents. Coming back to the topic of our course, that is Power Automate. Again, Power Automate is subdivided into various types of flows. One is cloud flows, also called as digital process automation. Second one is desktop flows or RPA, and this is where PAD's place is in the entire Microsoft Power Platform. The third type of flow is business process flows. So just to give a small idea about business process flows, you can handhold a user by creating some flow so that everyone in the team, a particular team or a person, can follow a same set of screens. I'll give you an example. Let's say HR onboarding. So if we build a business process flow, what are the steps required for HR onboarding of an employee? First is perhaps they will gather the information about the employee, and then they will gather the documents from the employee, perhaps, and then they will do some internal work among the HR team itself, maybe shortlisting of profile and so forth. Then the next task would be perhaps they will conduct a L1 round, L2 round, then select the candidate, release the offer letter, and finally onboard the employee and allocate them to a project. So there are these different steps. So these are different business processes within within the flow. So what type of business process flow you will build in this case is you will create separate screens for the HR team, and everyone in the HR team will follow the same process. That's a business process flow. But if I have to give you a visual representation, let me do that. Let me see if there are some good images. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's loading. Hope it's up for you all also. Can I get a yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So this is a business process flow for a process called as sales process opportunity. So sales, they are acquiring sales lead, a sales opportunity, and these breadcrumbs that you see over here, they are called stages in a business process flow. So I was giving you an example of HR onboarding. Here you can see the sales process opportunity where the first stage is qualification, where they will identify a contact, identify the account, perhaps they can estimate the budget, then yeah, there are some, you can add some text boxes and check boxes field here, and once finished you can go to the next stage. When the user goes to the next stage, it will come on the develop stage. They will develop the opportunity, build the opportunity, then propose the, make a sales proposal, and finally close the deal. This was in a nutshell about business process flows. Any doubts so far about business process flows or anything that we looked so far in the slides?
No.
Okay, great. Coming back to cloud flows, we are going to refer cloud flows a bit over here in this course because it's needed for RPA. I'll talk about it at the right time. It's, in short, it's used to connect with cloud applications using APIs. Any questions related to the Power Platform about the 5 tools before we move on to the components? Can I get a yes, no? About the tools? Why are they used for? All clear?
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Great. So now we are speaking about the components part. So the Power Platform has got several data connectors. As of this date, there are 1,000+ data connectors available for the Power Platform to external applications. It could be ServiceNow, it could be SQL Server, it could be maybe MailChimp, maybe Excel Online, and so forth. So those are data connectors. This is the AI Builder piece of the Power Platform where several AI models either pre-built or you can create a custom built model. They are available in the Power Platform. Some examples of the AI models are form processing, receipt processing, then document processing, identity card reader, business card reader, sentiment analysis, then what else is there? Prediction analysis, so forth. Such are the AI models. And the last component is the dataverse. As the name suggests, it is the universe of data. You can think of it as a backend or a database to the Power Platform itself. And you can connect from these applications to the dataverse. You can store your data in the dataverse and access them via Power Apps, via Power Automate, and so forth, even Copilot Studio. You can have your chatbots connect to the dataverse and interact with it. So this is the Power Platform in a nutshell. So speaking of different terminologies, yeah, yes, please.
When we are working with pad, would we be, indirectly working with any of these other components of Microsoft Power Platform?
Now it will depend on the automation scenario or the use case. Let's say your automation scenario has got something to connect with cloud also, and it has got UI based interaction also. So in that case, you will use both of these. Then from a chatbot, you can even call a RPA desktop flow. From a chatbot, you can call a cloud flow, and then cloud flow can call a desktop flow that way. Then from Power Apps, you can call a cloud flow, and then cloud flow can call a desktop flow, which will require UI based interaction. So yeah, it depends on use case to use case. Does it clarify?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Fine. Now,
Just one thing from my
sure,
perspective.
Kirtish.
Maybe we will include that in. So data word. So each data word. So is there any size limitation?
Yes, there are size limitations. It depends on the license also, which license we purchase, and the sizes are according to that. For the exact numbers, we will have to go to the documentation page and see. Yeah, during the course, I will share how will we go through the documentation and check those things. Yeah.
Sure.
So, terminology, speaking of different terminologies that we'll be using, flows. Anything that you build using Power Automate is called as flows, which comes from the terminology workflow automation, subdivided into desktop flows, which is built by a desktop application that is PAD, Power Automate Desktop. Cloud flows, it's a cloud portal. These are totally two different tools, and maybe I'll clear them up in the misinterpretations. For now, you to remember is desktop flows, cloud flows, and the third one is business process flows that I spoke earlier. Now, clearing any myths or misconceptions. The left hand side is a misconception. So, my interaction with many people have led me to realize about these misconceptions that people talk about when they say PAD. Its long form is Power Automate for Desktop or Power Automate Desktop. PAD can automate only local or desktop resources due to the term desktop in the name of the tool. That's a misconception, not a fact. So this is what people have been saying, that PAD is used only for automating local resources or desktop applications. No. Along with desktop applications, PAD can automate cloud applications and services also, like SharePoint, OneDrive, Excel Online, and so forth. Another clarification is PAD does not have cloud flow capabilities like approval mechanism. Now, approval mechanism is a feature of cloud flows. What happens in approval mechanism is you create a approval feature between two persons or two teams. For example, same sales team, purchase team, or expense. For example, someone sends an expense tracker for approval, and someone else on the other side will receive a approve reject notification whether they will approve this expense claim or not. So it can be used in leave application also. Someone can accept or reject the leaves. So as I said, expense tracking, sales purchase. So that is the approval mechanism feature of approval flows. That is not available in Power Automate Desktop. It is available in Cloud Flows as of today. Business process flows we talked about, and the orchestration of the desktop flows is done through the cloud portal. Orchestration meaning monitoring, scheduling, checking of the logs, all of that is done through cloud portal, even for the desktop flows. Then the third clarification is cloud flows cannot do what desktop flows can do, like user UI based interaction. Now a cloud flow cannot do the user interface interaction like sending off keystrokes and mouse clicks. Cloud flows cannot do that. Then the second misconception is desktop tool and cloud tool are two different versions of the same tool. What I mean by this is, by the way, this is a misconception. The way I read it, it might have sounded that it's a fact. No, it's a misconception. These are two different versions of the same tool is a misconception, meaning some people think that whatever you build in the desktop version, later on you can save it and go ahead and modify it in the cloud version, just like how we do it in Excel Online. For example, if you do something on Excel Online, you save the file and later on you can download the file and you can modify it on your desktop also. That's not the case, and vice versa also in Excel. If your Excel is stored on, let's say, OneDrive, you open it from your Windows Explorer and make some changes. Later on, when you open it from the online OneDrive, you can still be able to see those changes that you made on desktop. This is not the case with Power Automate flows. You cannot create a desktop flow on the desktop tool and later go in and modify it on the cloud portal. You cannot create a cloud flow on the cloud portal and later go ahead and modify it on the desktop tool. And the last misconception, Power Automate used as a common term. This is a very widely used misconception that I have come across. Power Automate is commonly used for everything. For example, some questions here, how to read emails from Outlook in Power Automate. Now, Power Automate has got cloud flows and desktop flows you have learned today. So there are two different ways of building reading emails from Outlook in Power Automate Cloud Flow, in Power Automate Desktop Flow. Both have got different connectors, different actions, different ways of interacting, for example, different ways of variables, so forth. So Power Automate is used as a general term. Whenever someone asks you this question them back saying, in which flow are you talking about reading the emails in Outlook? Are you talking about reading it in cloud flows, or are you talking about reading it from Outlook in desktop flows? Because both are different. Second similar type of question is, what is the license plan for Power Automate? When someone asks you this, ask them back, are you going to have cloud flows in your automation scenario or in your use case? Are you going to have desktop flows, or are you going to have both, so that I can tell you the license plan accordingly? So in both these questions, you can see that Power Automate is used as a generic term. And I hope this clarifies misconceptions. Any questions about these three of them?
No.
No.
Okay, great. Now we are talking about the cloud portal. Cloud portal is accessed using this URL, make.powerautomate.com. I am intentionally going to show you a glimpse of it so that whenever I speak about desktop flows, you will get an idea about what am I talking. Whenever I say call a desktop flow from a cloud flow, you'll get an idea. Although this is not the subject of our course, but to begin with, we'll see what cloud flows are. Later on, we have an actual topic where we'll be calling a desktop flow from a cloud flow. So this is the, when you type make.powerautomate.com, this is the portal that will open. This is the home screen. You can go to the create tab and create a cloud flow. So there are different types of cloud flows, mainly three. I will explain them in its own topic. You can see your list of flows in the my flows section. The approvals that I was talking about will be in this section. And yeah, for now this should be enough. I will explain the required things later on. Yeah, so the sample cloud flow, I'll show it to you in the form of a screenshot. So this is the editor of the cloud flow, where I have built a trigger which is manually triggered, meaning this flow can be run only manually. That's called as a manual trigger. I'll be explaining different types of triggers in the later, that is the second half of our end of the session, end of the course itself. So this is a manual trigger. So the flow can be triggered only manually, where it accepts, you can see two numbers, number 1 and number 2. It accepts two numbers, and addition is performed for those two numbers, and an email is sent out. This is an Outlook connector over here, used over here. This section is the Outlook connector. And speaking of connectors, if you go to the Power Automate portal, cloud portal, in the connector section, you can see those 1000+ connectors that I was talking about. This is Dataverse, SharePoint, Office 365, Outlook, Power BI, SQL Server, OneNote, Excel Online, Office 365, Gmail is there, Google Calendar is there, and so forth. You can have a look when you go to the portal. Applications and services, PAD can be used with. Power Automate Desktop can interact with a varied list of applications and services that we use in our day-to-day business processes, and those are Windows desktop applications that is always there on our machines, on our day-to-day activities. Web applications are there, databases are there, MS Office applications like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and so on, APIs and web services, file interactions like a text file, XML, CSV. It can access your local workstation resources, meaning your printer also. It can interact with an SAP system. It can take control of your mouse and keyboard to perform keystrokes and mouse clicks. It can interact with both the types of PDFs, that is text-based and image-based. It can make use of scripts like PowerShell, VBScript, JavaScript, and so on. Terminal emulators or green screen application like mainframes. It has cognitive capabilities, the Windows Active Directory, and remote desktop applications like Citrix and RDP. Also, it can access and so forth. So we are going to look at these in our course. This concludes module 1. Any doubt in module 1 so far? Any questions?
Nothing from mine.
Okay,
No.
so module 1 is over. Let's head on to module 2. Great. This session is going to be interesting because we are going to dive into the pad tool itself. Is my PowerPoint slide up for y'all in presentation mode?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, continuing with module 2, diving into the pad tool. In this module, the topics that we are going to look at are the prerequisites for the installation of the pad tool, the three different types of accounts allowed from Microsoft. If those won't work for us, we will be creating a fourth account to explore the premium features. So the tool installation we'll be doing will be, even this will be required for you all to interact with browser applications. Extensions are required to be installed, and something called as machine runtime. This is used to register a machine where bots are going to run. This is obviously optional. If you are running the bots on your own machine, your own desktop, it is optional. But since this is a training course, I'll be explaining what machine runtime is. So we'll be building a small sample desktop flow, which is intentionally going to be simple in nature, just to get an idea of the tool, the editor, a glimpse of it. Then we will be going through the entire pad interface, the main console, the flow designer, and the different tabs, and the concept of environments and tenants, which is going to be required by you during your automation journey when you build pad bots. So, prerequisites of pad installation. The first prerequisites is a compatible Windows operating system. Second one is specific hardware requirements given by Microsoft. I will be showing you what they are. And then one among the three valid account types that I mentioned, I'll be showing them too. Let's head on to the official page of Microsoft where these prerequisites are given. I'll be giving you the links also. Okay, so we are on the prerequisites page. The first prerequisite is an account with administrative privileges so that you can install the Power Automate desktop tool, right? So you guys have confirmed that you should be able to install the tool. We'll see. Then the second one is an account to sign in. So there are three types of accounts that I was talking about. One is the Microsoft account, work or school account, and organization premium account. Microsoft account implies the outlook.com or the hotmail.com, your email account. You can even use that to log into the pad tool. However, it is going to come with certain restrictions. You won't be able to access the premium features. Now I am opening the pad tool on my screen, and this is the Go Premium button. If you use that account, you won't be seeing this button itself on your tool when you access using that account. So you cannot explore the premium features. So not much of a recommended type for exploring. Then the work or school account, something that you get when you join an organization. So this generally is a free account. When you open your make.powerautomate.com portal, you should be directly logged into your default account at your work. That is the work or school account. This does not have a premium feature enabled by default. You will have to enable the trial of the premium feature for 90 days. That is the second account. Third one is the organization premium account, meaning the organization itself gives you a license, a Power Automate Desktop premium license to log into the pad tool. There are, once you go to this page, you will see the different, what are the differences among these three types of accounts in this table. For the personal account, it is stored on your personal OneDrive account, the flows that you build. This is the storage for it. Whereas for the work and school account, the dataverse of the default environment that I just showed, that is going to be the storage area, and the organization premium account, it is the data hours across multiple environments, since you can create multiple ones, not just the default ones. Later on you can check the other sections of this table. Coming back to the prerequisites, that was about the account. Now the minimum hardware and the recommended hardware, these are the ones given by Microsoft. Hopefully things are running smoothly on your machines. If you're using office machines, they will have a good processing speed, the default ones. Then comes the operating system prerequisite. This is important. If you are using, you can use Windows 10 Home, Pro or Enterprise, Windows 11 Home, Pro or Enterprise, or the Windows Server ones, which generally we don't use. We use the 10 or 11. Now, if you are using a home version of either 10 or either 11, you will be able to create desktop flows and monitor them from the cloud portal, but you won't be able to trigger your desktop flows from the cloud flows because you are using a home Windows version and not a Pro or a Enterprise version. I hope you got the difference. Go to your start menu and type about, and in the about my PC, go and check which version, this one about your PC, go and check which Windows version do you have among these. Can you let me know? Start menu, about your PC, there you will see the Windows version. Yeah, so that was the hardware requirement. Now there are few things about the basic requirements and other areas. You can check it out. Let me do one thing. Let me ping this in the chat window. Now open a notepad, not a notebook, a computer notepad. I will be, throughout this course, I will be pinging you some important links. Either mark it as favorites to your browser or save it in a notepad. Okay, I will ping you this link, and can you
Yes.
save it to a notepad or a browser, bookmark, favorites? Okay, great. Now talking about the free trial. So go to the create tab or the my flows tab. Both will have the install button on the right hand side. Kirtis, can you just point with your mouse? Yeah,
Okay.
that install button.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
You got
Yes.
the button? Okay.
Power Automate for desktop. Yes. Okay.
Okay, install that. And yeah, someone just, yeah, you can show me what screens are there, Kirtish, once the installation is going on. So you will see a setup going on. Has the setup started for you? Have you kicked off the exe,
I
Kirtish?
just now double clicked on it.
Okay.
You might not be able to see it, right? I'm not sure if you're able to see it.
It's on a different monitor, is it? Or because
It's on
it's
the
an
same monitor.
installation screen?
Okay, let
Okay.
me try to click on
Uh,
next.
is the progress bar going on or what's happening?
So it's giving me few options for installation detail, like where should I install into, and the package
Okay.
include.
Uh, have you got all the check boxes, the tick
Yes,
boxes?
yes.
Okay. How
So
is it
two
for
are
you, Mayura?
two are unticked. One is install the Power Automate desktop for
Okay.
to build desktop
Yeah,
for
you might be
desktop.
seeing machine runtime also. Can you tick that also?
Okay.
Let me do one thing. I will perhaps share my screen. So is it because it's an installation screen that's not visible on screen sharing?
Let me try to stop sharing and share again, so that I can check.
Okay. Mayura, where have you reached? You have executed the exe, kicked off.
No, for me, the installation, I mean, the download is in progress.
Download is happening. Okay.
Yeah, can you see it now?
Just loading, I guess a black. Yeah, perfect. Now I can screen. See, just wait on this screen, Kirtish, till Mayura comes there.
Okay.
So here, I can't see machine runtime. And why is that? Tick the first one. Oh, I can see machine runtime app, the second one. Yeah. So obviously, first one you will need, right? That's the tool. Install the Power Automate for desktop. Tick that. So till then, so there are these two ways of installing. One is from the store, that is the Microsoft Store. Second is from the MSI installer that we just now saw in the make.powerautomate.com. So I've seen on the forum people have been facing issues when they are using the store version, something related to updates and all. Probably they are getting it late or some issues they are facing in the flows. So I would generally recommend the exe one, installation one.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, download is completed. I have double clicked. Okay, I'm sharing my
Okay, I
screen
can
now.
screen. Yeah, okay. I think yeah, you have gone forwarded that earlier screen. So did you tick machine runtime on the earlier screen? Probably it was by default ticked. And
So when I double clicked, I'm directly on this page.
okay, okay. Now you are starting install Power Automate
Yes.
and machine runtime. Okay, great. So now click on next. So just hold on. So the first one is install the Power Automate for desktop. That is the actual tool. Then the second checkbox is install the machine runtime app that is used to connect to the Power Automate cloud portal. I was
Mm,
saying, right, that you can
mm,
call a desktop flow from a cloud flow. So
mm,
first you need to register a machine on this app, which is called as machine runtime app, and then only you will be able to connect between desktop and cloud. So all checkboxes are checked except the last one, tick it
mm.
and go further. So let the installation continue. Till then, I will explain a way of creating an ID, which is the fourth way, just in case someone is not able to use their work account, they have to do it on their personal laptop. They will have to make use of the fourth account, which is an external ID, to explore the premium features. Most people are not able to even download, install, they require administrative permissions and all. So they use their home laptops. So let perhaps this info installation finish and then we'll go there. So as you can see at the bottom left hand corner, the version is 2.53. So Kirtish, you'll have to upgrade it to your latest version. So maybe do one thing, open your pad tool and let me see where it is, where it stands as of today.
Yes, when I clicked on it, it asked me to download the latest version. So it is downloading the update. So it is 85% completed.
Okay. This is the place where I was saying 60 to 80% it will complete and it will take a bit time, but it will finish soon. So hold on this screen. So these are the extensions. I prefer Edge. This is required to automate web applications. Edge is from Microsoft. So you can either do both or any one at this time and later on continue with the other. So choose any one preferred browser and install its extension, both of you.
Okay.
For me, it just directed it to Google Chrome only. So on Chrome only it is installed.
It's showing only Chrome for you, is it?
So
Are you
when I
talking about the
scroll
browser
down page,
extension?
browser extension, yes.
Yeah, probably you already have. Can you go to your browser, Edge browser settings and
Edge.
extensions and see if Power Automate is already there?
Okay, let me check.
Yeah, just click Mayura, the three dotted buttons at the end, right hand side.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, click that. Extensions, manage extensions. So can you see Power Automate enabled over here? So this should be the case with you also, Kirtish. So it's installed in Edge right now. Kirtish, are you able to see?
Yes, it is enabled. Enabled.
Enabled.
Yes, it is
So
enabled.
that's why it didn't show you. So you can close this window now and launch app will directly launch the pad tool. Just go ahead. Are you done upgrading the tool, Kirtish, to the latest version?
Yes, yes. I have clicked on launch app, but the version I am not able to see. I think I need to go to setting and check.
On the settings at the bottom, there will be check. In the help about also you can check the version. Help menu about 2.53.
Okay. Yes, it is 2.53.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the three accounts that I was talking about that should be used over here. Just okay, this is Chrome now. So use your account that you will be able to sign in through Mayura here. So Kirtish, are you seeing the Go Premium button at the top on your pad screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So
There
did
it is.
just hold on. So that is the difference over here, Mayura. Can you see you are not able to get the Go Premium button? Correct.
Okay, huh.
Yeah, go to your help and about. I think 2.53 should definitely be there because we just installed about. Yeah. Yeah, so you have the latest version, but you won't be able to access most of the features. You won't be able to enable the trial of 90 days. And many
Okay.
features like work queue and all AI features that will require premium.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
So, so 15 minutes are there for this course. What I will do is okay, we can do one thing. I will explain you the
Hmm.
procedure for the fourth account, which you will have to do on your personal laptop.
Okay, so Kirtish, you can see premium option over here, is it? I can.
Yes, yes, I have
Yes.
that premium option.
Can you share now
Okay.
and we'll go ahead with the premium. Can you share, Kirtish?
Yes, I can
Yeah,
share it.
stop sharing, Mayura.
Yes, yes.
Yes, can you see it now?
Loading. Yeah, it's loading. So can you see that that button should be visible, Mayura?
Okay.
So just slowly let me explain a few things here so that you can see one bar enhance the performance of your flows, storing them in the new flow storage schema. So initially, when the older versions were there, Power Automate was using Microsoft was storing pad flows in V1 schema, version 1. So now the newer versions of pad are storing it in V2. So just in case anyone has built flows using the old pad editor, they will have to edit their flow and save it. That's it, and close it. So the flow will be saved from schema V1 to schema V2. So since you guys are doing it on the latest version, I don't think so you should be have a problem, but I wanted to explain you that. Now you can close that schema icon, that row. Yeah, you can close it and you can go premium. Let's say, let's see how it goes for you. Does it allow? Just hold on before clicking any buttons.
Can you see it now?
Yes. Yeah, this is the one. So if once you click on start trial, hold on, don't click. On the left hand side, can you read? By selecting start trial, your 90-day trial will start. Okay. So once you click on start trial, it will allow you to take the explore the premium features for 90 days. Just go ahead. Just let's see if nothing blocks you. Just go ahead and start the trial. It should by default start the trial. Nothing will come up. A green message will come up at the top saying, yeah, close it. Can you see your free trial has started? Now you can try the full spectrum of premium features. This is what we wanted to learn pad. We wanted these things. Okay.
And I should be using my work ID only, right?
No. If it's your personal laptop, don't do anything related to work. And that is where I wanted to show the fourth way of creating an ID, and which I will show now in the remaining 10
Okay.
minutes. And using that, you will be able to explore your premium features. Okay, we were talking about creation of a new ID apart from those three accounts because some people might not be able to use their work laptop and we'll have to create a new ID and use it on our personal laptop for exploring the premium features. So to do that, you need to visit a website called tempail.com, not tempmail. So it's tempail.com. Here you create a temporary email, which is a disposable email. Let's give it a few seconds. Okay, so this is a temporary inbox, and this is the email. You make a copy of it and make a note of it somewhere. Okay, so this is the email address that I copied from there. Now this is the free trial link. Let me open it and let me ping you guys this link also. Okay, so this is the web page for that link. It is the official Power Automate page for Microsoft. So if you can see here, try for free button. This is what you need to click.
Hmm.
I have clicked on that link and it's opening. Okay, this page will open up where you will paste that email address and click on next. When you click on next, it will show you two options. I got it from my organization. It's my personal email. Obviously, again, if you say it's your personal email, it won't be allow you to access the premium features. So you need to use the first option button. I got it from my organization and click on next. When you click on next, it will send a verification code to this email. And that is why we have created this email temporary inbox. So here you can see waiting for emails. If you keep on clicking on refresh, an email will come with an verification code, and then country you can keep it as United States and give some name. By now you could get the code over here. Let me refresh it. Yeah, there it is. Can you see this? 600 631. If I open the email,
Yes.
if I open the email, it will show the, yeah, larger verification code 600 631 600 631, and click on next, and your account is created. Now simply use this username and the password that you temporarily stored to that sign in screen that came up on Power Automate.
Okay.
So that, and from once you sign in, you will get the same Go Premium button just like Kirti said. You enable it and start the trial for 90 days and start using the tool.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the pad installation part. Installation screens we went through. Machine runtime app. Let me show you in the form of a screenshot. I think you guys also have machine runtime because you were able to install it. So this is the screen after opening the machine runtime app. Now, when you click on start menu, can you guys see machine? Can you type machine runtime on the start menu?
Mm, yes, we can see Power Automate Machine
Okay,
Runtime.
so you have that app because we installed it during the installation procedure. So when you open that machine runtime, this is the screen that comes up. Here you select that among the different environments that we saw, the one that we saw on the cloud portal and the one that we are seeing here also, the environment that will, you can select the correct environment that you are going to use, and your own machine will show up, that will show up as here as a name over here. Or if there are multiple machines, for example in your organization, you can select that machine and register over here. So you can even create a group of multiple machines so that it can be used to run your bots on multiple machines. And then this tool can be used to send logs to Microsoft also using this troubleshoot button in case any issues are there. And once the machine is registered, if you click on view machine in portal, it will take you to the Power Automate cloud portal, and there again you will see a machines tab on the left hand side, three dots, and then here I can see machines. If you're not able to see in the pinned icons, you can go to the three dotted buttons, click on more and machines, and there all the machines that have been registered will show up. You can manage it from there also, but registration has to be done to the machine runtime app. This is especially used when when you call a desktop flow from a cloud flow. Clear with machine runtime? Yeah. And then we have done this too. Already installed, upgrade to latest version, go premium. And it's 8:30. Tomorrow we will build our first sample desktop flow once the pad editor is ready for you all.
Sure.